Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to have a quick look inside the Eheim Echo Pro 200. This is part of obviously the Eheim Echo range. There is a slightly smaller canister rated at 130 and then there is a slightly larger one called the 300. The Pro is nothing to worry about. I have the Pro and the non-Pro and I guarantee the only difference between them is that the Pro is black, because black's cool, right? Within a month of owning this one, I went out and got another one. Couldn't get the Pro, so we got the normal one. They are exactly the same. There is no difference. Why do I love this? 5 watts. 5 watts of energy is all it uses. It uses the same as a large air pump. It will filter a 100-litre aquarium absolutely fine. It will filter up to a 200-litre according to Eheim. Now, with Eheim, if you're not familiar, they rate things properly. So when they tell you that it will move 600 litres of water, they mean it will move 600 litres of water an hour with the media in it at a head height of 1.4 meters. That's right, 600 litres an hour at 1.4 meters with the media in from just a 5-watt motor. True figures, because that's how Eheim have always operated, not like Fluval and the others, where they rate it at absolutely no head height and completely empty. That's just rating the pump, not what the filter as a combined unit can do. So, some other numbers about this one. The 200 has a diameter of 25 centimeters. It stands 355 millimeters tall, that's 35 centimeters, and this, how it is here, that is how it operates. This is in operation mode. This handle is multifunctional. This is basically the key to how easy this is. This handle not only keeps this unit, the head unit, secure to the can, but it is also your priming function. Now, Mrs. Shrimp doesn't know that I'm doing this here. She'll kill me and she is on her way home. So we need to be quick. By depressing the red button, top or bottom makes no difference, you can take it down to the first position. The head unit slides up. Now this is how you prime the unit. That is it. That is prime. That is ready to go. Right? If you've just filled it, you're likely to get water shoot out the top. But I have drained some out beforehand so that that doesn't happen all over the floor. Like we always talk about with canister filters, it's important to understand how your canister filter operates to know which way round you want your media. Now, you know how to run the media. If you've seen our other videos on filtration, you obviously know that. You may know it from somewhere else. Cool, you know what you want to do. Water comes in through this one. It comes into what they call the pre-filter stage, which is a volume of 0.3 litres. It flows down the outside and then is sucked up through the core. You want to see what that looks like? You put the handle down into first mode, then depress the red button again, slide the handle past that, and the head unit is released. Inside the head unit, this one is dirty. It's been about 3 months since I cleaned it. 2 tabs here, open up your chamber. And impact, yeah, geez, that's mean. Wow, yeah, that is gross. That is gross. So this is your in, and it's going to come into the top of here, around the edge, and allow it to flow down. On your outside, you have this little ball system, non-return valve, and obviously your impeller. Put that back together, we don't really need to know much more about that, but that one needs a proper deep clean, which we'll get in a minute. Not doing that here, don't worry. So, this is what they call your pre-filter. So the space between here and this is 0.3 litres. This has just got a little ring of 15, 20 dpi sponge in it, and you will get a spare one with it. It comes with 2. This is what they rate as the filter. Now this is a volume of 2 litres. So if you're looking for biological media capacity, 2 litres is your number for this one. The can overall has a volume of 4 litres, which is actually pretty big. It's a decent size. Nothing too shabby. If you're running just this one, just a 100-litre aquarium like we are, yeah, this one runs a zebra pecker tank of 100 litres, 105 litres, something like that. Doesn't matter. And then another one is running a 160 with the CW111 Voltman coils in. So yeah, there's thousands of pounds in both of those tanks, and I trust it with these little filters. Now, that is not to say that this is the only thing that is providing flow and oxygen. In the Zebra Pleco tank, it has 600 litres of air pumped in an hour, and it also has a small hydro wave maker in there, which I'm sort of testing out at the moment. So, anyway, this is how it operates. This is your assembly inside. Water comes in, and it runs around this way. This is filtering out all your larger particles, or should be anyway. It then comes down through this gap, runs on the outside of all of this, and then goes up through the center. That is my bad. That should be locked together. Comes apart like that. And in here, we've just got some alpha grog. That happened. We've got some alpha grog. Because it's nice and cheap and I hadn't used it. I go, well, we'll give it a try. Of course, it runs the same as everything else. There's no downside to it. It doesn't crumble. It doesn't cloud your water. It's just the same as any other thing, really. If you put a pair of socks in a filter, it'll work. And this is the media that is provided with it from Eheim. It's just their little bio balls. And they're fine, you know. They do the job. Like I said, pair of socks, they'll do the job. Make sure that's locked together. Obviously, there is a little bit more room in there. I've got wasted space, but I don't need it. It's on a 100-litre tank, and well, let's be honest, you could filter a 100-litre tank quite adequately with a very small sponge filter. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a wicked little filter. Really is, as a space saver and nice and easy. And what I really, really love, guys, is the priming facility on it. Because by the time you've reassembled this to take it to your tank from the sink, it is primed. You primed it at the sink, ready to go. Unless you've been a Wally and filled it to this level with everything in, then you don't need to prime it at the tank. But if you fill it to here with everything in, you sit this on the top, you put it in its position ready to go, it's primed. As soon as you flick the little nozzles that attach to these, it's good to go. It really is. It's a wicked little filter. So yeah, the motor, well, the filter will run 600 litres an hour. Maximum head height is 1.4 meters. 5 watts of energy. You got 4 litres of volume in there, 2 litres of volume here, 0.3 litres of pre-filter if you want to use that for anything else other than that sponge. I run it with an Aqua 1 small intake filter, which is great. It means I don't have to maintain this for about 3 or 4 months. Eheim, the manufacturer guarantee on it is 3 years, which is brilliant. They run you about 100, 110 pound mark for the 200. For the smaller one, the 130, normally about 19.95, and then similarly about 130 for the 300. But it's absolutely brilliant little filter, really worth it. So if you're looking for something which isn't mega flow, maybe you're trying to breed gouramis or some sort of bubble nester or something like that in an aquarium, an 80 litre up to 150 is where I'd be comfortable. I've got it on a 160 at the moment, but it's not the only source. Yeah, it is an absolutely awesome filter. And at 5 watts, you're barely going to notice a difference in your power consumption. So yeah, absolutely love it, recommend it. I've been using this one for 3.5 years. Yeah, that's about it. I'm going to go get this one cleaned, put back together, and then back in the tank. So hope you like it. I love these little things. But yeah, gotta crack on. Mrs. Shrimp's on the way home. So just before we go, let's have a look at the closest competition. I said in the video it was probably the Fluval 207, but it's actually the 107, and they are unbelievably close. The retail for these two units is both around £110. The pumps, again, very similar. The Eheim is putting out 600 litres per hour, the Fluval 550. Whether that's with or without media, we don't know. The maximum head height on the Eheim is 1.4 meters, and it's just 5 centimeters more for the Fluval. Yes, Eheim rated a tank volume of 100 to 200 liters, and that would be absolutely fine with non-messy fish. But Fluval rate theirs at 40 to 130, which I think is really the sweet spot for both of these. With the Eheim, you get 4 liters of total bucket volume, 3.9 Fluval. 2 liters of media volume is stated for the Eheim, Whereas we've got to kind of guess it's around 2 meters for the Fluval as well, because it's just 50% of the basket generally. With the Eheim, you do get sponge and media. It's a very, very small amount of sponge, but you get all the media you really need. You can add more, there's plenty of space. With the Fluval, you just get sponge, which is a bad move. Media costs nothing, especially when you're buying it in the tonnage. So come on, Fluval, put that in. Now, the real difference in these two is the cost. The Eheim runs 5 watts. The Fluval conveniently runs 10 watts. The Eheim, at the current price of about 28 pence per kilowatt, the Eheim will run you 3 pence a day, £1 a month, and £11.98 a year. The Fluval 107 is conveniently double, which is 7 pence per day, £2 per month, and £23.96 per year. Now, whilst neither of these are massive numbers, I can run 2 tanks with 2 Eheims for the cost of 1 Fluval. Both great filters, not actually used the 107 myself, but honestly guys, if you haven't looked at the Eheim, yes, I know, I love Eheim, but the Fluval does look cuter, squatter, and just, yeah. The priming function, I promise you, much easier on the Eheim. But on that note, I'm going to wrap it up, and we'll see you in the next one.